Hey there, and welcome to another Musician Reacts. And today I am checking out some Floor Jansen and her new song, Fire. Fire. Love that word, fire. Haven't heard anything from her apart from when she's done really Nightwish or covers. So, yeah, looking for. And some of the stuff that she did before she joined Nightwish, of course. I did some reactions to that. But yeah, we're going to go check this one out. Now, if you like the video, please do subscribe, click the bell icon, like, share, leave the comments down below. I do read them. Don't always respond to them, but I do read them at least. Let's go check this one out now. They'll put you some lyrics and stuff will come up on the screen. I'll share my thoughts and feelings at the end. There is no pausing during the video. There might be a little bit of talking if I find something to say. Otherwise, we're just going to enjoy the music. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1. Go!
Muted are the days we lost our will, frozen in a whirlwind that stands still. Time itself is silent, the silence. Longing for some warmth back on our face, find a way to get out of this maze. Scream away the silence, the silence. Shadows all around us, satellite the dark, fire, the pounding of our hearts, fire.
Nice.
Ignite the fading spark.
I feel like this should be in a movie soundtrack. It's when the human nations are all suddenly decide to come together.
Let the fire out.
Like a big superhero movie.
Give this heat a voice and raise it high. No more smoldering ashes of wet bodies. Keep the fire glowing and burning. Shadows all around us, only formed in light. We satellite the dark.
It's kind of reminding me of like a Linkin Park song, like What I've Done. That's nice. I like the orchestration. That was a bit of a sharp cut. Interesting. Come back in for that, Sophie? Okay. There we go, Floor Jansen and Fire. So the first thing I want to talk about is I'm so glad it doesn't sound like Nightwish, and that's not to say that I don't love Nightwish. I do love Nightwish, but it's good when artists go off and when they do solo stuff, it doesn't sound like their other band. I remember when Bruce Dickinson went off and did stuff other than Iron Maiden, and it didn't sound like Iron Maiden. That was great because it went off, and it annoyed a few people because they wanted some more of Bruce Dickinson singing Iron Maiden at the time, because obviously he'd actually left Iron Maiden at the time. But with Flora, it's the fact that she's still got her day job of Nightwish, so it's great for her to go off and do something completely different. I mentioned during the video that I thought I was getting this vibe of What I've Done by Linkin Park. And I wouldn't be surprised if when they were coming up with the song, they kind of not necessarily use it as a blueprint, but that was kind of the vibe of what they were going for in their head. There's a completely different similarity. So I'm just kind of, it's that the hint of the boom, boom, ta, ba, ba, boom, 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 ba, 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 that chord progression, that drum pattern. Then they've got their own complete other separate different thing. The way the track builds to that the chorus of Fire, which is just, yeah, it's the obvious thing to do, is to do a build. You don't go and do like a real big massive verses and then go to a really weird chorus. It doesn't work that way. It's people expect you to build to the chorus. So of course both those songs would do it, and I'm sure if someone was comparing What I've Done by Linkin Park, they would say it was influenced by another band before them. But I always like to kind of call out if I hear something that it just sort of sounds, they've got some similarities in there, and not necessarily copying, but just saying that they may have pulled some influence of it, or subconsciously when they started writing it, they came up with this beat and this riff, and they just started to build on it, and that sort of naturally started creating the song. And I know from doing it myself, when you start writing something, you don't realize it as much when you're writing, that you come up with something that you've been influenced by. And that's why a lot of bands change styles over the years, and because they're listening to a lot more bands that are coming out around them, and they kind of incorporate it, or it changes their sound because it's what they're vibing on at the time. I'd love to know from Floor directly if there was any truth in that, if there was any sort of influencing by What I've Done by Linkin Park. Apart from that, though, song was great. I love the chorus, very catchy, very obvious that it was going to have that kind of drop off and then it was going to come back in again. Did remind me of like film soundtracks, which why when we talked about What I've Done was in Transformers, I think, Transformers movie, and again I felt like this superhero kind of vibe going on of that, because it's an uplifting song, which I thought was cool. So I'm looking forward to checking some more out from Floor on some new music from her. So that'll be cool when she drops something else and we can check it out all together. Now, if you like this video, please do subscribe, click the bell icon, like, share, leave your comment down below. And that, of course, is how the musician reacts.